So you'll hear it say, we're recording, or you might not hear it. Maybe I'm the only one who gets to hear that piece, but I'll forget. I'll just get to talking and forget that to hit the button. So, and normally I hate to do replays, but because I like to love the one you're with. You remember that song? And if you can't be with the one you love, then love the one you're with. All right. So the people who show up, I love to give you lots of other stuff instead of all those other ones that are sometimey, one-timey, only show up half the time, don't do all the things that they're supposed to do. They don't automatically implement, they just kind of play around. So good. If we've got any new folks, go ahead and jump in and tell me where you're from. We'd like to get that. We've already got Canada represented. We've got the UK represented. Anybody else? Those of you that are, oh, it's 12 o'clock, so it's 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night. Thank you so much for joining me, and those that are 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Thank you again. So we are going to talk today about the 7 big mistakes. I actually wrote a brand new book. Oh, North Carolina. Hi, Atel. Nice to meet you, Miss Smell. Good lady. So glad that you're here. Chris Everett from North Carolina, too. Awesome. Do you play tennis? I know you get that a lot. But nice to meet you. And the mistakes that come up, I wish, are ones that I see over and over and over again after coaching, 12,147 entrepreneurs. And I made them also in building my own business. I consistently made mistake after mistake, which I wish I could eliminate every mistake for you, but some of them you just kind of have to do so that you figure out, ooh, that didn't work. The key is that you just never give up. All right, never stop. I'm not gonna stay on my never give up speech because I want to give you some tried and true things that work, but at the end of the day, it's that you just can't quit. Okay, you have to keep trying, you have to keep doing it, you have to try different ways so that you get to the point where you understand what's going on. All right, so in these, I wanted to say welcome, say thank you so much for coming, for spending time out of your busy day to come and to join me to learn what I think are the top 7 mistakes. For many years, I was the only female African-American public utility owner in the nation. I owned a telephone company in Las Vegas, Nevada. I built my first company from 300,000 to 36 million. I lost it all after 9/11, and then I rebuilt back my $1 million business in about 5 months. That's normally what people love to hear from me, is about the 5-month part. What they don't understand is that a lot of things don't happen very quickly. They are slow and consistent. It wasn't an overnight success for me. I'd been working in the industry almost 12 years at that time, so I knew I had a lot of relationships. I had people that I could go to connect with so that I could generate income and consistency in my business. Today we've got our $10,000 summer giveaway, which it is finally the end of summer. I love fall. Fall is my most exciting time of the year. I love when the seasons change, even though in Vegas it just means that it's no longer 115. So yesterday I think it was 85. So it'll be 85 to 90 for the next 3 weeks until right about Halloween. So it always seems to be the day that we send the kids out to trick or treat that it gets super cold and they're in their cute little outfits, and now we have to change it. But it is the end of the summer. I committed to give away $10,000 worth of training, coaching, books, and gifts and stuff. I actually already did it 2 months ago, but I'm still giving away lots and lots of stuff today, so you definitely want to stay to the end of this training. Commit to yourself to do something. Today, be selfish. One of the things I talked about this morning with my brand new Emerald member, Cindy, is we were just kind of going over, the strategy to get her from her job that she's currently working. And we mapped out the strategy to generate over $80,000 a year for her. And so I said, okay, first of all, don't leave the job. Let's start with some basics. And I don't think, and she's actually on the line here, but I didn't really give her concrete, this is what you do first and second. I talked with her about general concept stuff we needed to fix in her business that I don't know if she realized she needed to fix them because from the outside looking in, you think that a certain business is totally different until you actually get inside of it. So it's today, that's what I just really want to show you, is that once you get inside the business, that things are so incredibly different. So in our giveaway, I want to give a big shout out to Tiffany, to Katrina, to Gigi, and to Miss Mel, good lady. Thank you guys so much for tweeting, telling everybody that you were going to be here today. I know that a lot of you other ones actually did and got some entries also. I did this yesterday because I don't do last minute. I like to go ahead and get it all planned so I know what I'm going to do. That's one big mistake that entrepreneurs make, not planning their success. All right. So I don't have you on the screen there, but I do have a big thanks to you. Send me an email reply if you did what I asked you to do in that special little email that I sent to you. And you can pick from one of these things here. So you can either grab a free copy of my book. I'll give you a personally signed copy of it, where I'll give you a personal private message. Or I've got those beautiful MDE Live Fuel the Momentum shirts. You can get one in white or black. You just tell me which color you want. Or you can get the unedited DVDs of the Fuel the Momentum event for just promoting stuff out there for me and telling everybody that you were going to be here. I appreciate you. I thank you so much. So that's my first giveaway that I'm giving to everybody who did what I asked them to do yesterday. You know, part of implementation is implementing right then, not waiting, not saying, oh, I'll do it later, I'll do it tomorrow, because guess what? Tomorrow never comes. Neither does ready, by the way. Ready never comes. When you say, I'm just getting ready, ready never, ever comes. You will always figure out a way to not get ready and to not do the things that you need to do. So there's only way to get it done is to just do it right now. Not next week, not 2 years ago, not 2 years from now. I'm going to be talking a lot, and I got a little tickle, so I'm apologizing up front for that. I do have a water, so I will take a couple breaks and take some waters. But thank you to you guys for doing that. And just pick any email that you've gotten a request from me or anything that we've connected, reply back to it and say which one you want. You want the book, you want the DVDs, or you want the t-shirt. All right? Okay, so let's keep going. Oh, I would be remiss if I didn't tell you about our Accelerate the Momentum event. So in June, we did Fuel the Momentum. In October, it's always my Accelerate the Momentum. This is where we get together for 3 days. I lock you in a room, and I make you get stuff done. So how many times have you gone to a conference and you come home with a book of notes that you never open up again? It's all right. I know. You don't even have to raise your hand. You don't even have to comment. You don't even have to hang your head in shame. It just is. It's just part of what we do as entrepreneurs. It's part of our DNA. That's how we're made up. And we write out all of these action plans that we never kind of get to. Well, at Accelerate the Momentum, during those 3 days, I teach a little bit because, of course, I always have to give you the backstory and how things work. But also at this event is I make you get stuff done so that when you come out, you get to party a little bit because we are in Vegas. I allow you to have a good time, but I also force you to get stuff done. So during the 3 days, we put together your marketing calendar. We put together all the other things that you need to get done in your business so that you can have a successful 2014. That's what we're doing at this one in October. Because really, you know, the next month after that is November, December. You need to be ready for 2014. So if you have any desire to come out, I do have 15 scholarships that I have available. If you are interested in the scholarship to the event, you need to reply to any email address that you have for me and say, yes, Rochelle, please send me the application for the scholarship for the event. You do have to stay for all 3 days if you are coming. That is Thursday the 17th, Friday the 18th, Saturday the 19th. But I will give you as much as I can give you doing that. I will be emailing that today. Awesome. I know it because look, we can talk about this. You could see me. You could come to webinar after webinar, but it ain't nothing like seeing me live and in living color. Now you could go, oh, Jesus. But those of you who have seen me in person know that, I do make you work. So don't come out saying you're not going to make me work. I'm going to make you work, but we're going to have a good time while you're there. I also got, two of my really cute boys to come out and speak. I know, I can't help it. Every story that I starts with a cute boy. All right. But so the one over with the lighter complexion, his name is Kevin Kowalski. He is a master sales trainer. Kevin teaches people how to close automatically. He teaches them storytelling. He basically, during the mortgage industry, during the last 4 years, have been his record years in mortgages. So if he can sell mortgages in a time when the world is foreclosing, you definitely want to learn his sales secrets. And he's coming out to speak for a couple of presentations. He's also one of my great friends, so we're going to have a good time. And then on the right is my great friend, Charles Major. He's even, funny and he's great, but he's very clear and concise. He'll help you if you want to be a mogul, if you want to develop a business strategy that is a global business strategy, an online business that has tons of people flooding to your website. Charles is the one that you want to talk to. So he developed the Mogul Insider, and he's coming out to speak too. So he is about as nice as you can get. Cool dude, very open. They're all staying for all 3 days, by the way. So they're just not coming in and leaving. They're going to be there. So while you are working on your business, if your dream is to build a magazine, then you want to talk to these two guys and of course me, because they're going to show you, they're going to connect you, they're going to help you connect the dots, and we're just getting stuff done. So all the stuff that you went to other events and wrote down, this is what I'm going to do, I'm giving you the opportunity to come do it. And that is October 17th, 18th, and 19th here in Las Vegas. All right, that's the end of that commercial. Okay, so why did I start, this whole training about helping people build $1 million business? Is according to the Women's Business Research, only 3% of all women-owned businesses ever reached the $1 million level. 3%, that's it. So 3 out of every 100 reach the million. The other 97 are scrapping, trying to get to a couple 100,000. And believe it or not, only 9% of all businesses ever reached the $1 million level. So I had no idea that what I did was a fluke. Had absolutely no idea. I thought everybody, that's why you open a business, you build it to $1 million, you go retire on a beach somewhere. Here's what they also told me, which truly became my passion, is that women of color open businesses 5 times the rate of any other category. So how I made it to the $1 million level is only through the grace of God. It's, women like me, women of color, open businesses 5 times more often than anybody else out there in the world. 5 times more often. But we fail to get to the $1 million level 0.1% of the time as we get there. 3% of all women, but of all women of color, 0.1%. That's crazy. That's crazy. How in the world does that happen? What are we doing that we can't get to the $1 million level? And so I was compelled to write my second book. My first book was How to Build $1 Million Business in Las Vegas Without the Casinos. And then my second book, The $1 Million Equation. I was compelled to write it so that I could tell people what I did. Now, I'm not going to teach you theory. I'm not going to teach you what I think others should do. I'm going to teach you and show you what I did. And if it works for you, great. If you want to chase shiny objects, if you want to chase, all you have to do is put a video on YouTube and you'll get 1,000 people a day coming to your site and you could sit at home and eat bonbons and whatever, then God bless you. But I'm here to tell you that that doesn't work, because trust me, what I love to do is eat Mexican food and lay on the beach, and I haven't found anybody who wants to pay me for that yet. Nobody. I'm working hard at it, but I haven't found anybody yet. All right, so who am I? Here's some awards that I won in 2010. I won Glazer Kennedy's Women Marketer of the Year, $10,000. Isn't that fun? There I am kissing my award for the AKA Entrepreneur of the Year, and then I won Women's Leadership Business Award. For many years I didn't even tell anybody I owned the business. I just sat in there and did all of the things that I'm teaching you today. So it was kind of funny when I started winning awards, and I said, well, when I win the award, I'm going to make a spectacle and have those pictures where I'm kissing it and doing all like I won the Super Bowl or something. I am an entrepreneur first, but now I'm a writer and a trainer. So I wrote my first book, How to Build a $1 Million Business, over on the left. On the right is the $1 Million Equation, my second book. I have my 7-step training series of the $1 Million Equation. My classic marketing calendar is over there in the bottom. A lot of you, after you registered for this call, got the opportunity to grab that for free. So that's coming out to you here in the next couple of days from the Fulfillment Center. Monthly, I produce a magazine called MDE Today, and it's articles and everything that are written by me to help you get to the $1 million level. I probably have, I don't know, I think this morning I counted 26 products that I've created to help you build your own $1 million business, and I also put together events. And so those are them. The Fuel to Momentum was last June. Last year I did my MDE live event, and then here we are this October, we've got Accelerate the Momentum. So everything that I teach, once again, is from things that I've done. If you've read my book, you're probably laughing about the errors in the book, because I write like I talk. So it sounds like I'm talking to you there, because I am not an author. That's not what I do. What I do is I run businesses, and I teach people how to run them more efficiently so that they can get the most money out of the business possible. So that when I talk to you about your business and about the ideas for your business, it's not so that you can do 200 things. It's so that you can focus in on one thing that generates money, and then you do the next thing, and then you do the next thing, and the next thing. All right, so let's talk about the top 7 mistakes. So here are my favorites, okay? I could go through, 200 mistakes, which I actually wrote a new book, which are the top 47 mistakes. It's an ebook. You'll get a notice for that here in the next couple of days. But when I was putting this presentation together, I couldn't come up with the top 7, right? I wrote the title before I created the presentation. Just one of the things that I have a habit of doing. And but here's my first mistake that I notice, that when I'm talking to entrepreneurs, that they haven't done, and that they have a business that's not focused on solving a problem. So I'll say, tell me about your business. What you doing? Tell me about your business. And they'll tell me, they'll go around the corner, around the tree 3 times. They'll tell me all the tactics that they're doing. Well, I have, a podcast, and I am a social media. I go, wait a minute, but that's not a business. You haven't told me about a problem that you're solving for a customer. So that when you meet somebody, you should be able to tell them succinctly and directly exactly what your business does and the problem that it's solving. And if your business is not solving a problem, then you can't build it the way that I build, which I build businesses with no money, no outside funds, because by the way, when I rebuild back my $1 million business, I filed bankruptcy. Folks don't want to give you a loan when you file bankruptcy. They don't want to give you a grant either when you file bankruptcy, because they're scared that you're going to use the money to get yourself out of this thing. So I had to learn to sell and market my way out of this thing. And I had to solve a problem for somebody. So if you're selling candles, if you're selling purses, so we have Myra who sells beautiful purses. She sells beautiful clutch purses, right? So she can't just tell people, I just sell purses. That's not solving a problem. She has to tell them that I have a website that helps you get the perfect purse to go with any outfit. Okay? That's solving a problem. You just have to change the words that you're saying. So you need to practice that. Write down what your product is or service is, and then figure out the problem that it's solving. So if you need any help with that, just type it in the box, and then I'll just give you a couple examples really quick, which they call me like the Wayne Brady, like the whole the improv thing. So it just comes in my head and then I can give it to you. But if you know how to do this, great, then I don't have to work so hard today. But if your business isn't solving a problem, you're never going to get there. So when I meet people, they say, hi, Rochelle, what do you do? And I tell them exactly how I opened this training today. Oh, well, gee, you know, my name is Rochelle Shaw, and for many years, I was the only female African-American public utility owner in the nation. I built my first business from 36,000 to 300,000 to 36 million. I never screw that up, but see, I was reading the question, not paying attention. That's really funny. I built my first business from 300,000 to 36 million. I lost it all after 9/11, and then I rebuilt back my $1 million business in about 5 months, and now I teach entrepreneurs how to build their own $1 million businesses. So do you know what happens when I say that? If you've ever seen me live, the people line up to talk to me. They go, oh my gosh, because I'm solving a huge problem for them. A lot of people, which I told you in the statistics that I showed you the first couple of slides, less than 3% of all women-owned businesses ever reach the $1 million level. Less than 1/10 of all African-American women-owned businesses ever reach the $1 million level. Less than 9% of all businesses opened reach the $1 million level. I'm solving a big, huge problem. So in your business, if you want to get it to catapult and have people lining up and get the right customers to come to you, you have to be able to solve a huge problem. All right, so what about a financial coach? Awesome. So in a financial coach, how do you fix a financial coach? So here's what problem are you solving? Well, I'm solving the problem that you are unable to make ends meet. So Tara, I think that, you know, I happen to be the financial expert on our local Fox 5 affiliate here in Las Vegas, which is, I think, is the funniest thing ever. Really? Bankruptcy, and I'm the financial expert? But it all comes because, you know, but God, he just continues to bless me in his favor. But here's what I know for sure, is that it has nothing to do, financial problems have absolutely nothing to do with how much money you generate. It does for like less than 5% of the people that are out there. Most people, it's because of their lifestyle, because of the way that they choose to live. I drive a 16-year-old car. Okay? I drive a 16-year-old car on purpose. Number one, it was given to me. So, gee whiz, it was a gift. You think I'm going to give away a gift? No, I'm not going to give away a gift. I'm going to keep the gift. So it's very nice to get the gift. And number two is, it works. The air works. That's the only thing you need in Las Vegas is air conditioning that works in the car and the wheels. So my daughter is embarrassed when we drive in the car. You think I care about she's embarrassed in the car? The car was free. The car cost me $110 to register. I'm going to drive it till it stops. That's it. But most folks, the first thing they do, especially business people, first thing they do, as soon as they make some money, they go buy a new car because it's about their image. So let's talk about solving the problem. So Tara, you asked, if I'm a financial coach, what problem am I solving? So I would say to people, I'm going to help you as a financial coach make sure that you have more than enough every single day of your life. Okay, by the way, when I do that, you're supposed to go ding, ding. You go ding, ding, oh my God, Rochelle, what a great idea. Okay. But look at what that does. It totally changes everything around. Now they're going, really? Well, how do you do that? I just need to make more money. No. Well, here's what I found out when I had 52 employees, is that no matter how much I paid the receptionist, she was never going to get to the point where, you know, she didn't have any money. If she couldn't make ends meet at $18,000 a year, if I gave her $28,000, she was still not going to make ends meet. You have to learn to live within your means, plan, make decisions, make hard decisions, say no, and save. You always hear the stories of people who, you know, made $18,000 and at the end they're retiring with $2 million because they made different choices. And as a financial coach, that's what I would be teaching them about, and that's the solution that I'm Now, oftentimes, here's a great rebuttal to this, is that people don't know that they have the problem. So I have to ask them questions so that I could get to the fact that they realize that they have a problem. So when they tell me, oh, you know what, Rochelle, my business is great. Oh my gosh, I get so many referrals. That's how all my business comes in. I go, awesome. So how often, how do you know that you're getting referrals? Oh, I just know. Well, do you track them? Well, no. Okay, well, if you're not tracking them, then how do you know? Well, how do you know that you're getting referrals? Are you properly thanking the people that referred to you? Well, no. Okay, well, so do you need more business? Yeah, I need more business. Okay, then let's create a referral system. Okay, so that now you can track it, now you can manage it, now you can manipulate the word of mouth so that people are out there talking about you. Okay, so some people don't even know that they have a problem. All right, second one was from Felicia. You asked about domestic violence. How do you position this as you're solving a problem? So this is really, really big and one that's compelling, that if you just say, hello, my name is Felicia and what I do is I save lives every day. They say, what? Yeah, I save lives. I help women get out of a bad situation and I provide a safe haven for them. And I make sure that when I'm out, that I'm fundraising for them and I'm building my nonprofit to make sure that not one other woman has to stay in a situation where she's unhappy or getting beat every day, and we have a safe environment for her and her children. That's a ding ding. Thank you. But now, when you say that, now people get it. They go, oh my gosh, well, how can I? If they believe in your cause, then they will be on your bandwagon. If you solve that problem for them, if they say, oh my gosh, that's a really big problem, then they're ready. Okay, but you have to be able to make sure that you are solving a huge problem and you communicate that message at all times. Okay, ding ding, yay. I love that. Ding ding, ding ding. Awesome. All right, any other questions about building a business that's not focused on solving a problem? So if you sell candles, it's really hard to sell candles without any money. Okay, if you sell relaxation therapy, and a way to make sure that every night when you come home, you can get to where you're not going to jump on your kids and strangle them. Now you're selling a solution. Now you're selling a solution. So awesome. So Natalie, you say bookkeeping and accounting services for individuals and small business, helping the new business succeed. Yes, that is right. However, thank you, Katrina, brilliant. I love you for saying I'm brilliant. Here's the challenge with yours, Natalie. I like your solution. However, it's not specific enough. And everybody, other bookkeeping people could say the same thing. So I want you to create a way that make sure that they can't say the same thing. So how would I do it is I'd say, I believe that you've been in business for over 27 years. So I'd say as an accounting professional, I know the pitfalls that small businesses happen. I've had over 300 customers, and the ones that have listened to me are still open. The ones that did not listen to me are closed. So I help businesses succeed. So you see how now we made it painful for them. We solved the problem for them, and we turned it around so that they said, oh my gosh, how could I ever hire another accountant? Does that make sense? Okay, good, awesome. So you want to make sure that you also throw in some really perfect, yay, some additional little ways that set you apart from everybody else when you start solving a problem, because you don't want it to be so generic. So when I meet folks and I ask them, well, what do you do? And they tell me, oh, I'm just a blank. I'm just a massage therapist. Oh, okay. So how's that working for you? In my best Dr. Phil voice. And they will say, well, things aren't the way that they should, because at the end of the day, business is hard. So now I was in the most commoditized business there is. You guys know how many, we could go and turn on the television right now and see 10 commercials for cellular telephone service, one after the other. You'll see Cricket, then you'll see Metro, then you'll see Boost Mobile, then you'll see Verizon, Sprint, all of those, one after the other, saying that we've got better service, we've got better, nothing sets them apart. At the end of the day, when people ask me, well, what phone service should I charge? I always tell them, it doesn't really matter. They all suck. They all drop calls. It's about which one do you have a relationship? Which one can you figure out that it all makes sense with? That's who you pick. You don't pick somebody else that's crazy. Okay? And if it ever gets crazy, you get out of the contract, you go to the next one. But it's all about relationships, just like banks. Banks are crazy too. Okay, banks are notorious. So you pick one that you have a relationship, and as a small business, you need to have a good relationship with your bank so that when things go crazy, when things aren't right, they take care of you, they cover bounce checks, they don't close your account, because trust me, it happens. It happens to everybody. Your business, this is how it works. All right, so making sure that you have a business that is focused on solving a problem. Love the examples. What would be good examples for a marketing clarity coach that helps people create a map to build their business products and service? Thank you. That's a true statement. Brought in the money, but if I have a different one, I would like to hear you create wholesome products for women who love to feel good and smell good. I love that one. Wholesome products for women who love to feel good and smell good. And for Cynthia, a marketing expert, is I would give you, and I'm going to gift you this one, is one that I actually use all the time for my virtual implementation team, and it's called From Your Notebook to Your Bank Account. So I help you take the idea and make sure that we get you to deposit it, because ideas make you feel good, but implementation makes you money. Right, so I'll gift that one to you. You could borrow it as you go and talk to your new clients. All right, so let's get to mistake number 2. So is this helping? I think it is. Yeah, just a little bit. Oh no, that's not the one I needed. I needed this one. Okay. Mistake number 2 is I meet lots of people who don't leverage their word of mouth. So I talked a little bit about when I pry down and ask people about their referrals, I'll say, okay, so how are you getting them? What's actually happening? They don't know. They kind of look around like they're crazy. And I go, oh, geez, really? Okay. So how do you leverage the word of mouth? First of all, is you have to give people an amazing experience. So when you have a one-on-one call with me, I give you an amazing experience. So Cindy just this morning said, I am speechless. I had no idea what I didn't know, which is always funny. And this has been so incredibly helpful to me. And I do that no matter how much you've paid me. If you paid me $10 or if you've paid me $10,000, I always give you an incredible experience, so that at the end of it, you have no problem when I ask you to send a tweet for me, to send a tweet for me. You have no problem to tell people that you're here. You have absolutely, there's nothing to stop you from telling other people about me and what I do. Okay? Best $99 I ever spent. Oh, thank you, Thee. I appreciate that. Mwah, love you for free. It was life-changing. The business model you mapped out is already in the works. Yay, ding, ding, Gigi. Yay, 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 yay. I love that. Okay, but if are you doing that with your customers? You know, are you over-delivering when they do give you their money? It's hard for people to give you money, to go into their wallet and say, you know, it's the same thing I used to tell my employees when I'd give them a raise, is I'd pull them aside and sit down with them so that they could open their first check in front of me, because it's not like they can open it in front of the other employees, right? They open it talking about, oh, I got a raise, everybody's mad at them, then people are mad at me, they're coming to me asking for more money. So I would pull them into a little room and I go, hey, here's your check with your raise in it. Let's open it. And they go, okay, Rochelle, oh my gosh. So they'd open it and we'd do the happy dance together, and we'd all go around and round and round. We'd high five and we'd go, oh my gosh. And then I'd ask them, you know, what's the first thing you're going to do with the raise that you have? And they will go, oh my gosh. You know what? I'm going to buy X. So they'll tell me what they're going to buy. And I would say, oh my gosh, that's so exciting for you. And now, trust me, do you think they worked harder for me after that? You damn right they did. But even better than that is I would stop them right before they walked out of the door, and I would say, you know, as an entrepreneur, I work really hard every day to bring in customers so that I could afford to have you in my business. And I just want you to know that when I give you a raise, I am not paying something else, or I'm not taking that money for me. So I want you to just really appreciate it. And they say, you know what, Rochelle, I do. Thank you very much. And it just kind of set them in the right tone so that they never took me for granted. And my employees were fabulous. If you could talk to them right now on Facebook, and they will tell you that the best job they ever had was the job working for me, that, I was their best boss. And even when I had to let people go, they would come and hug me and thank you so much for the opportunity. But it's all about giving that experience. You can't expect people to talk about you if you're not giving them a great experience, if you're not giving them everything that they could possibly ever think of. But a lot of people like to hold it back going, I can't give them everything, because if I give them everything, then they're not going to buy from me. That's so not true. It's so not true. The more I help you, the more you will trust me. And once you trust me, then you will buy more from me, and you will want to have me on your team. And as my pyramid is what I shared with Cindy this morning. As she said, I had absolutely no idea. I've been watching from the outside, and I thought your business model was X. And now that you told me what your business model is, oh my gosh, because nobody knows what you're doing. All right, what does this say? You're exactly right, because just implementing the ideas from your summer classes and blog worked beyond what I thought. Oh, so damn right. I will tweet, Facebook, and more for you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, this is so true. Our customers do so much for us. They do. And it's all about appreciating them and leveraging the word of mouth. So if you didn't get last month's special, if you want it, send me an email. I'll send it over to you. But that's the referral blueprint. And in it, I teach you everything that that I have in it. Hold on just one second. Oh, sorry, I had a coughing spell. Okay, back. One of the if you don't have the referral blueprint, you should go grab it. But I teach you what happens when people say you're great. Then what you should say after that. You should ask them for a reference, for a referral, for something else, for what you want them to do. I love that you guys went and read my blog post. I blog all the time, but sometimes people comment, sometimes they don't. So just getting you to comment and tell me how you feel, that's really awesome. It helps me leverage the word of mouth. You commenting is almost like a testimonial for me. And it actually, for some of your comments, it became a testimonial because you didn't even realize you were giving it to me, but you were just commenting on something that I write, something that struck me. Okay? That's leveraging the word of mouth. That's so far different than what other people are saying. Hello, Samaya. It's all right, beautiful. I'm just so glad that you made it here. So you want to make sure that you can leverage the word of mouth and how you leverage your word of mouth. So I gave you, if you just watch what I did during this whole process, you see that I got you to tweet for me, to Facebook for me, to comment. All of those are basically testimonials. Now, if I'd have went directly to you and said, will you write a testimonial for me? You'd have told me, I don't know what to say. I'm not sure what to do. Are you sure? Well, how does that work? Well, you'd have wrote it in a non-authentic voice. It would just been crazy. So leveraging your word of mouth will change everything. So even at my telephone company at Fresh Start, here's what I did to leverage my word of mouth, is I gave away prizes. So just like I did at the beginning of this presentation, I gave away books, I gave away DVDs, I gave away t-shirts. That's all to get everybody excited. So now when they wear my t-shirt out, people are going to say, what is that Fuel the Momentum thing? And it's an opportunity for you to talk about me. That's leveraging word of mouth. I'm putting in your hands items so that you can go out and talk about me. Sneaky, I know. Brilliant, I know too. But it's just ways that they're always talking. So why do I send my marketing calendar out for free? You want to know why? Okay, even though it costs me $6, $7 to send it to you. All right, and those of you that are international, it costs me $12, $15 to send it to you. Here's the reason why. Because I want you to put it on your wall. And when you put it on your wall, guess what happens every time you look at that? You think about me. It's big, it's clunky, it's all over the place. It's not something that you can stick in a book and never look at again. All of these things, that they all have a purpose. Okay, and so that's one of the things I'm going to talk to you about later in the mistakes, are about, you know, using free for a purpose. Some of y'all don't know why you're doing it, and I go, oh Jesus, they don't know why they're doing it, so they're just doing it because you don't have a goal. I got a goal. I got a goal. Yes, you are saying, why is this blank? Is that what I'm saying? Why is your marketing calendar blank? Well, the best thing about that, Gigi, is that you will be here in 3 weeks because you already got your slot, and I'm going to make you fill it out while you're here, your one for next year, so that we won't have to do that. Woohoo! Yes, I am excited. But it's about putting all that together. I haven't received mine yet. You haven't? Your referral blueprint, you should have got an email that automatically sent that to you, and don't know where your marketing calendar is. I got to get with the guys that did it, but we'll make sure that you get that, Marianne. All right, let's any questions about leveraging word of mouth, about how you can do all of those things in your business? Leverage the word of mouth, making sure you're giving away prizes, you know, throw a party. If you're in Emerald, go check out how to throw a party and make money. That's an awesome presentation. It's, I think, about an hour long, but there's the checklist of how I throw a party and I make money from throwing a party. All right, fun, fun, fun stuff. Okay, let's number 3. Mistake number 3, using money as a crutch instead of a tool. I have to like take a deep breath on this one, because I tell you, you know, building $1 million business is hard. Don't get me wrong, but it's harder when you don't focus on results and you focus on, I'm just going to buy the best website. So I'll watch people go spend $3,000, $4,000 on a website, and they don't even know how to get traffic to the website. So I go, are you kidding me? Do you know that I built my $1 million business without the internet, without a website, without social media, because none of those things were there. Email was there, but my customers didn't have email, so I couldn't do any email marketing. I had to build my list through direct mail and through partnerships. That's the only way. So I had to go out and make partnerships with people. So I have a whole training, it's called OPC Secrets, Other People's Customers, that's based on what I did and how I was able to create all of these partnerships that cost me absolutely nothing. I went to my bankruptcy attorney because that's when I filed bankruptcy. I knew that he had customers that were just like me, who were good people, who just, you know, it got out of control, so they had to file bankruptcy. So he gave me his list of all of his customers. It was over 3,000 people that I could start to talk to about telephone service. I had to build it without any of that. So when I hear you say, well, I don't have enough money to build my business, it's because you don't know what you're supposed to do. If you knew what you're supposed to do, you would never say that, because it's not about the money. It's not, oh, well, you know, and you use money as a crutch. You go get, you know, business cards that are pretty. Really? I haven't had a business card. If you get a business card from me, God bless. I couldn't even tell you what phone number is on there. I couldn't tell you what address is on there. Even when I go out and speak, and people always come up to me and go, oh, can I get your card? And I just laugh, because it's not the cards that you give. It's the cards that you get. And I'm there on a mission. I could care less about giving out my business card. What? Then you get to control the relationship. You get to control when we talk next. That's not how it works. If you give me your card, I know what I'm going to do. I know that it goes into my funnel, and I know exactly what's going to happen after that. I'm going to know if you like me. If you like me, you'll spend money with me. If you don't like me, you'll get off of my list and you'll move on. But that never happens when I'm just giving out business cards every day. So all of these things that these myths that are out there that convince you that you need to have money, you need to have a business card, you can't be in business without a website. This is all from people who aren't in business. All people who have a job ready to tell you. That's like your girlfriend trying to tell you about your man and she ain't got no man. Stop talking to her. Okay? She gonna screw up your relationship. That's not how it works. You want to talk to somebody who has a 50-year relationship. That's who you talk to about your boyfriend. And you say, this is what's happening, and they will give you the right result. So using money as a crutch, you know, after you start making $10,000, I told you about, you know, $10,000 a month, all of a sudden, next thing you do is you go buy a house. You go buy a car. Ooh, because I deserve it. I worked hard for this. Even though you can't afford it, you couldn't have afforded it, you start buying things just because the cash is coming in, but it's not accounted for. You do bad stuff. You cannot do it. You can't. You have to focus on the business and make sure that every single thing that you do brings back a return on investment. And when it does, then you do it again. And you do it again. If it doesn't, then you stop doing it. Hello? You stop doing it. You never sign a year-long contract for advertising when you buy stuff. I watch people say, well, I'm in this magazine for a year. It's like, for what? It doesn't work. Stop. Well, I can't stop. They said I can't stop. Okay, whatever. Okay? You need to stop. Stop paying it. Stop doing whatever. You need to use money. Cash is king. Cash is the best thing that you could ever have in your business. And if you can't make money without money, trust me, if you get money, you're going to screw that up too, because you're going to be doing things to make you feel powerful instead of just going out there and being powerful. So don't do it. Use money as a way to implement proven ideas. I know you're right. We built ours on the street first, still serve those customers, and now they're friends and family. That's right. You know, when you first, if you've ever, been around me and you have a startup, they'll ask you, okay, Rochelle, what do I do first? Well, I just want a business. What do I do first? And I'll tell them, go sell 2 customers and then come back and talk to me. Not your brother, not your cousin. Go sell 2 people who do not know you. Well, that's going to be hard. Well, damn, really? What do you think building a business is? But if you can't, learn how to manage and build and consistently build without money, you are always going to be at a disadvantage. So I watch that there's business models out there, people who are buying Facebook ads, and that's the only way that their business is generated. And I'm like, wow, that's a whole lot to risk that you don't know. There's another guy that does Facebook, and I'm like, woo-hoo. Woo-hoo, thank you for teaching me this early on. You're right, Katrina. It's crazy as you're out there and you just keep thinking that money is the solution. Money is never the problem. So Tara, this is the same thing with a financial advisor. When you start talking to people, money is not their problem. Making more money is not the issue. It's that instead of cooking every night, you guys go to every fast food joint that there is. And you feel like, ooh, you take a vacation every year because you think that you deserve it. I worked hard. I need a vacation. You took 2 weeks and now you're still paying for it on a credit card, $5,000 a year later. When you start living within your means, then you're able to do other things. And when you have no money and you need to make things work, you will figure this thing out. Ding, ding, you got it. Ding, ding. So don't use money as a crutch. Use it as a tool. And how you do it is you send out, you do a marketing piece, you see if it works. If it works, if it gives you back your investment. Okay, so for example, this webinar, so the last time I did it and I had a special, I gave away a whole bunch of stuff, but the last webinar generated more money than it cost me to do it, so I do another one. I've been doing this 4 or 5 years. Dude, everybody knows that at the end of this thing, yes, I am going to give you an opportunity to have fun with me, okay, to spend some time with me. If you don't want that, it's all right. I'm good, because if you don't want me, I don't want you either. No, I'm joking. If this isn't the right time, or if I haven't proven myself to be the right one for you, then of course I don't want you spending your valuable money. I want you keeping it to yourself. But using, if you just take the ideas that I'm telling you, the free stuff that I'm showing you, and never spend another dime, then you're already 10 times ahead of most business folks that are out there. Oh, there's another one. If you don't have a funnel using Facebook and Google ads, etc., it will never amount to new clients if you don't have a way to close a sale. That's very true. If you're buying traffic, that's good. But if what happens when they get to your site? I mean, I say this to people all the time who are asking me about, I need to be #1 on Google. I'm like, okay, so now you're #1 on Google. What does that mean? That just means that you get the majority of people clicking to your site. But there's nothing worse than to have, 50, 60, 200 people coming to your site every day and not buying. Talk about want to throw up. I would just Really? Okay, so what are you doing once they get to your site? Do you have a funnel, as Gigi's talking about? What happens to the person next? What is the goal? They're not going to go from coming to your site to buying to your shopping cart on your site. That never happens. Only 8% of the time of people, when they get there, do they buy the first time. The rest of the time, they look at you, they look to see if you're real. They say, I think they're real. I think they're all right. Should I buy it? Ooh, I'm not going to buy it. Let me check and see if there's a cheaper price online. Let me look around. So they go around, they go and look at other things. They don't come and buy. And they do that when they meet you in person. So what type of nurturing cycle is what I call it? What kind of nurturing cycle do you have? What happens after they come in? So normally when people come into mine, they either download a free copy of my old book, they come in through a webinar like this, and I massage them for months. I have conversations with them. We have email stuff. I give them a couple of offers. I see where they are. I see if they're going to, if they'll spend $10. If they won't even spend $10, they're never going to spend $2,000 with me. So I need them to make a purchase, whatever it is, and I lay out that whole sales cycle so that I know what's happening, so that when I go and I'm #1 on Google, it works out 10 times better because it converts. You have to get them from idea to your bank account, and that's all through implementation. All right, let's get to #4, because can you believe it? We've been doing this 50 minutes already. I know, it goes so fast when we're having fun. All right, mistake #4, not properly thanking customers. It's like, really? Really? Okay. I do handwritten thank you notes. People go, I can't believe I got a thank you note from you. Oh my gosh. By the way, see, I got your thank you note from my thank you note. That's always fun to get a thank you note back from somebody who says, hey, thank you so much for sending me a thank you note. But just because I want you to know that I appreciate you. I always did it in my telephone company. In my one of my private clients, he is a double diamond member, Miles. He throws a court party for people. So when they buy a basketball court for their backyard, he puts them in. They're between $15,000 and $30,000, depending on how big they are. He does them for Celine Dion, Chris Angel, the guys who own the casinos here in Las Vegas, and he throws a huge party for all of their friends and family on their court to say thank you for them. It's an hour and a half. He provides the food. He provides all the balls and all the entertainments. He shows them how to play basketball. Sometimes he hires a professional basketball player to come and help them do it. So guess what happens after he does that? Do you think that his customers are talking about him? So remember, talking about leveraging the word of mouth? They tell other people. They say, oh my gosh, can you believe that he threw this big party for us? Well, other courts come out of that because the people who show up say, well, I want a court. I want a court in our backyard. This is so fun. I want you to throw a party for us. Okay, well, it only cost you $30,000 and I'll throw a $1,000 party for you. But the logic, doesn't make sense. They want to reciprocate. They want to say thank you back. They want to give you back what you're doing. So yours is still on my desk. Awesome. Love that. So, what are you doing to properly thank your customers? Are you saying thank you? Are you saying, thank you in an email? Are you doing it, are you sending something to them? Is there a note? Do you sign something? What is it? How are you properly thanking them? Because trust me, it takes a lot of money and a lot of time to get one customer. So once you get them, you want to make sure that they are talking about you to other people. And the sure way to get them to talk about you is to send them a thank you note. And here's what's even a bonus for that is they're going to put it on their mantle. They're going to put it on their desk. They're going to put it somewhere so that somebody's going to come in and see it. And they're going to say, what's that? It's like, oh, you know what it is? A thank you note from my blank, from my landscaper, from, I buy all of my smell good products from this company, and this is what they do. They say, oh, I noticed that you always smell really, really good. Give me their information. And it's going to naturally go and build more referrals. You see how that works? So here's what I would do it if I had other little products like that. and we actually did it for one of my other clients, is that not only does she send the thank you note, but she sends a coupon, a discount offer off of something else. Bounce back offer is what it's called. So Stephanie, who is actually in our private Facebook group, so if you guys, I opened up the group before we got on the call here today. If you are on Facebook and would love to be in the private group where we share information, I show up there a lot. If you have a question, you need to pick my brain, you need to just ask me something, you can go to that group, post it, I'll see it and respond to it. The other people will also help you out with it, so it's almost like our little mini online mastermind. If you'd like information about that, send me an email, let me know. Just reply to any one of them, say I want information, invite me to come to the Facebook group. But there's 1,000 things that you can do with your thank you notes that will make people buy again from you and have them go over and over. So Stephanie has, oh, that's exactly what happens, yay. Stephanie has she has them in Post-its. So she got the Post-it notes made that are custom that say, thank you so much, we appreciate you, with the discount offer. And she signs them all, and they go in every package when they go out to the client. Easy breezy. Little things, little hinges swing big doors, okay? Little pieces that you forget that makes the business go consistently. All right. Let's go to number 5. Number 5 is not scheduling your success. So yes, that is in my marketing calendar training. A lot of you already got it. If you haven't, you should go get it. But not scheduling your success. So you don't know what's supposed to happen tomorrow. You just wake up tomorrow in your business and you start praying. Precious Lord, take my hand. And I get that. I'm not saying that I don't have that prayer every day too. However, I am very clear on why I am doing this and when I am doing it. So I have it scheduled in my marketing calendar that Gigi's is out there blank, but we're going to fix that when she comes here in October, but making sure that you know what's supposed to happen next month. So, there's some really big things happening over the last 100 days of the year, which we're already into this thing. We've only got less than 100 days left in this year, in 2013. But, for some businesses, 80% of their profit happens over these next 100 days. And if you are in a product, in a gift selling business, you should have already prepared for this. You should know what's supposed to happen. Are you having a after Thanksgiving Day sale? Are you having a Black Friday? Are you having a Small Business Saturday sponsored by, American Express? Are you talking to your customers that have used American Express before with you so that you can get them to buy on Small Business Saturday? Because when they do, American Express gives them an additional $25 that's already credited. So you should have a deal that's at least $25 to tell them that you can get this for free because you're going to get the money back from American Express. You should have that all planned. You should have countdowns to the last shipping day to make sure that they get it before Christmas. You should, Thanksgiving, Hanukkah is coming very early this year. So you need to already have that placed in it. The biggest holiday of the year, the biggest adult holiday of the year, you will not believe it, but it is Halloween. Halloween is the biggest adult holiday of the year. It's not Mother's Day, it's not Valentine's Day, it's Halloween. There are more adult Halloween parties than there are children Halloween parties. So what are you doing for Halloween? What do you have created? One of my dentists, you won't believe it or not, my dentist private client created a Death by Chocolate event. You're going, really? The dentist and the chocolate? But he did it for his referral partners, which were other dentists that could refer to him. He invited their staff over. He had a Death by Chocolate event. He had more candy bars than you can imagine. He had chocolate martinis. He had chocolate fountains. They came over. They all dressed in costumes. He celebrated them. He created a referral contest who could refer the most patients to him before the event, so that the people who came to the event that it refer the most patients to them, he gave away to them free manicures and pedicures that he partnered with another place in his town. It cost him less than $430, and he generated over $30,000 worth of new business. That's a ding, damn ding. Okay? How much fun was that? The biggest day he had ever had in his life. That's what we did. You know, we created a, for my optometrist private client, we created an event on 11-11-11 that we gave, you know, 11% off the first 100, 22% off the second 100, 33% off the third 100, his best sales day of record, and he has been open 10 years. Best sales day ever, 10 years. So it's, but you can't do those last minute, okay? You cannot have that happen in the last minute. You have to plan for it. You have to promote for it. So even though, you know, 43 of you guys just registered for the call less than 30 minutes ago, I've been promoting this for months. Months. This has all been, this is the finale. You've seen it. Have you registered? Have you done it? I sent, I think, 16 emails to my list to get people to register for this. Okay, that can't happen if I just decide that, okay, tomorrow I'm going to do a webinar. That's not how it happens. So you have to schedule your success. You have to have it laid out. You have to look at it and say, okay, what should I be doing? If you know that in your industry that summertime is crazy for you, that people don't buy during the summer because parents are out with kids and whatever, then you have to create something for the summer so that you can make sure that you sell something during the summer. So that, you know, and this all came about when one year I figured out that credit challenged people during Christmas time like to make sure their kids have the best Christmas ever, and they don't pay their telephone bills. So the very first Christmas that I had my telephone company, I was broke, had not a nickel, so I had a screwed up Christmas. I said, oh no, heck no, that's not how this works. You know, I don't get a Christmas because you don't want to pay your bill. So I changed everything so that now, well, what I did for the next 5 years was every Christmas I had what I called a big ass Christmas party. So the only way you got invited to the Christmas party was you had to pay your bill on time and you had to have referred somebody else to us. We had this huge Christmas party. I gave away about $1,000 worth of gift certificates, but also while they were there at the party, they got to buy other stuff. But I had to figure that out once I didn't have it. So if you're not creating your special ideas, okay, your special places where you do go out and implement and whatever you have to do, it's never going to work. So Cindy says, marketing calendar, gotta love that. Tell them to run out and get the marketing calendar. Okay, so I can't tell them to run out to get the marketing calendar. If you want it, get it. If you don't, I'm good. It leads to cash flow, the best $24.99 they will ever spend. Gave me so many ideas of special promotions and holiday sales strategies to offer my clients. Awesome. And secured his future clients. Absolutely. With my client did that. You know, he could keep going over and over, but you can't do it on a random type of haphazard. Ooh, tomorrow I think I'm gonna do a webinar and I'm gonna get 30 people on there. That's not what happens. Okay, have to schedule your success. All right, number 6, a myopic focus on one way of getting a new customers. What the heck? Okay, you have to do more than one thing. Excuse me, I'm gonna drink some water. So I always tell the story that I was reading a book and I read about this chiropractor who built $1 million practices, and he said that he knew that every month he needed to get 72 new patients, and as long as he got 72 new patients, that he could quickly build to the $1 million level. I said, wow, well, how do you get 72 new patients? And so, you know, of course, he said, well, look, everybody wants to know the one way to get 72 new patients. He said, I don't know one way to get 72 new patients, but I know 72 ways to get one. And every month I do all 72 ways. I went, ooh, so I started writing down how many ways I get a new customer. So that's a great exercise, and you should do that, especially even if you're coming out to our live event. You need to do that now so that you know how many ways you're getting a new customer. And make sure that it needs to be more than one, more than two. If you are only on social media getting new customers, you're going to go out of business. If you are only sending emails to get new customers, you're going to go out of business. If you're only, you know, you got to do more than one way. So a great chapter of my book, I think it's chapter 7, is 85 ways of getting a new customer. I had to figure it out. So I went out and got 85 different ways of how to get a new customer, how to bring a new customer to my door so I can consistently do it. And it's like, we call them slot machines here in Las Vegas. So if you play this one and you put in $100 and you get $200 back, are you going to play it again? Yeah. And that's what I did. So some months, some ideas only brought in 2 customers, some brought 10, some didn't bring any for 3 months. But when they did, it was okay. So I was constantly doing all 85 ways over and over and over again, so that when one didn't work, the other one. So I had a consistent amount of new leads and new customers coming into the business. Okay, Missy, I hope everybody's okay at the hospital. Um, you have to do it over and over and over and over again, right? And more than one way. You can't just do one way. That's crazy. One way is crazy. You have to do it again. So I tell everybody a story about when I finally got some money and I went on the radio, and I was spending $4,000 a month on the radio, because, you know, after you build $1 million business, you don't want to do a $300,000 business. So now I'm doing over $1 million. I'm feeling kind of fly, and I'm spending $4,000 a month on the radio. So my biggest competitor was actually one of my good friends. I was buying time from him, so he knew exactly what my business model was. And he came to me, he said, hey, how's radio going for you? I go, actually, it's going pretty well. You know, I'm getting 400 calls a month, 100 new customers from it a month. You know, I think it's going pretty good. And he said, wow, well, I think I'm going to go on radio. And so we had a handshake. And I said, hey, look, do me a favor. Whatever you do, just don't go on the same radio station. Here, I'll give you my same radio ad. You know, you can tweak it, you can do whatever you want, but just don't go on the same radio station. He goes, okay. So he was on a couple of different radio stations that lasted about 6 months. It wasn't generating the kind of traffic that he wanted it to. So one day he was in my office giving me a check, actually, because he bought another business from me, and he was making the payment, and I had a line out to the outside around the corner of people paying their bills, because you remember I did, in order to get people to pay their bills, instead of just calling them up going, hey, your bill is due, every month I would do a promotion. So I'd do spin the wheel, roll the dice. They'd roll the dice. As long as they paid their bill on time, they rolled the dice and they'd get money off their next month bill. So my customers flooded in to pay their bills. So he's there in my office and he sees this happening. He's like, wait a minute. Wow, you're doing pretty good here. Well, yeah, you know, I'm all right. And next thing I know, the next week he's on the same radio station as me, offering more services than I was offering for less money. So my 400 calls went to 40 calls in a moment's notice. And he thought it was going to put me out of business, but I had 84 different ways, you stupid. You know, I'm a cusser, so I said some choice words to him, but didn't have to, because I had already had this taken care of. So making sure that you're doing more than one way, it eliminates your competition almost. You know, it makes sure that you can still be open and in business because you're doing exactly what you need to do. All right? All right? Yes? Is that a ding ding? You need to let me know. Let me know that's a ding ding. Yes? I'm not going to the next one until you tell me it's a ding ding. There we go. That's what I thought. Yes, ding, 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 ding. That's what I thought. Good job, girls. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's like, ooh, I'm working hard. I'm doing better than you guys are allowing me to do. Ding dong, Jill. I love you. I can't wait to see you in person in October. We're going to have a good time. Just taking it all in. Ding, ding, Marion. Love it. Ding, 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 Deanna. Oh, so nice to see you on the line. Love that. Yay. So we don't have any boys. I got all girls today. All right. That's all right. Ding, ding. Karen. Oh, I don't know you, Karen. But hi, Karen. Thank you so much for joining us today. All right. But making sure that you're doing more than one way. You can't just do one way. That's crazy. All right. Number 7. Okay. Forgetting the other 2 ways to grow your business. So there's only 3 ways to grow a business. The first one is to get a new customer. So I just talked to you about it in mistake number 6, doing it more than one way. The other 2 ways are getting your existing customers to spend more money while they're with you. Okay. And the third way is to get your existing customers to come back more often. So if you're a tax preparer, people only come once a year to get their taxes done, then you're almost SOL, you know, shit out of luck. because what do? You can't get anything. So you constantly have to add new customers. But if you, which is what I did for one of my Double Diamond members, is I mapped out another strategy for her to do tax planning for them. She also does bookkeeping for them that she outsources. So now that same customer that she gets, so we took her, she had over 90. Okay, so she had started out, had over 90. These 90 customers were generating about $210,000 a year. So we added for them tax planning that they did, 3 times for $500. They got to come twice a year, sit down with her, and she could map out the strategy so that she wasn't so overwhelmed when she did their tax return. And then she also took them and signed some of the businesses up for bookkeeping. So she outsourced it. She took 50% of the fee that they paid. She had her bookkeepers take the other 50% so that she got to sit back and got that same customer that she spent so much time and effort going to networking events, sending out postcards. She got them into her little cocoon, and then she made sure that she got them to pay her other ways. So you need to make sure that that's what you're doing in your business. Don't just focus on getting a new one, which you should be doing all 85 ways, by the way. But after you do the 85, then you need to focus on these other 2 ways to grow them, is to take the customer once they're in with you and get them to spend more money for more stuff consistently and come back more often. So I talk about the more money thing, okay? You should be offering them cross-sells, upsells. Do you know why Amazon says most people who buy this also bought this? That generates an extra $3 billion a year for them. That simple task. Most people who bought this buy this. Okay, if you've ever purchased anything from me, you'll know that in the shopping cart, that's what it says. Most people who bought this would also buy this. So you get an opportunity at all times to get people to do it. Having the 7 mistakes, making sure that you're doing the 2 ways to grow. Look at your grocery store. When you're walking out of the grocery store, how much stuff bombards you when you got the shopping cart in the aisles. There's all the magazines. There's who's J-Lo sleeping with. There's so-and-so's thighs. There's Chloe and Lamar. There's all of the magazines there. Have you ever bought a magazine at the place? It's $4.95. If you get the subscription, it's $18 for the year, but it's $5 in the checkout because that's just a way to add on to you buying from them over and over. Make sense? Yeah, the fun. The fun. So you got to do it. Okay, sorry that the audio is going in and out. I'll try to fix that. Because it didn't give me a notice. Because normally it'll say, "Hey, your audio is going in and out." Sorry about that. But working on those other 2 ways to grow. Let's take your existing customers and even if you have one. Let's sell something else to your existing one person that's already bought from you. If you've got 10, so when that's one of the things that I ask on one-on-one consultations or, in a Google Hangout, which we've got 3 that are coming through the end of the year, so you'll be excited to be on some of those, is, okay, how many customers do you have? All right, well, this is what you do with those. You sell them something else. You sell them another product. You sell them another solution. You sell them something else for them to go. If you don't have any other products, then you make partnerships with other people that have a product that can, a complementary product, something that is different than what you are providing, but that they can buy and pay you a commission. So in my telephone business, once I fixed their credit, I helped them buy cars, I helped them buy houses, and at every point that they bought something else and got a referral from me, I got a commission. Make sense? I know. Isn't that fun? Fun, 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 fun. So here are the top 7. Of course, like I said, I got 47 in the new ebook. So when it comes out, you should grab a copy of that because it is actually great. But not solving the problem, making sure you're solving the problem, making sure that you've got your word of mouth done, that you're giving a fantastic experience, over delivering. Even though, I was supposed to only do a 30-minute with Cindy this morning, we did an hour and 15 minutes, okay? Over delivering. She didn't expect it. I just try to give more than enough, try to give more than what they expect so that they have it. Using money as a crutch, using money as an excuse. Money is not preventing you from getting your $1 million business. Trust me. It's not. You're allowing it to. That's the only reason why it's working. But if you say, you know what, I want you to implement all the time as if you have no money also. Because see, as soon as you get, your bills taken care of, that's the hardest part, to get people to consistently implement after that. Because now you don't want to take any risk. Improperly saying thank you. You're not, properly thanking your customer to get them to even buy something else. Number 5 is you're doing random acts. You're not scheduling it out. You don't know why you're doing it. You're just doing it because you saw somebody else do it. That's the worst ever. Only doing one thing to get a new customer. You need to be doing 85, and only, forgetting that there are 3 ways to grow the business and forgetting the other 2. You got to make sure you do it. So here's another thing is I got some 3 bonus mistakes that I've been watching people make that I think will work for you too. And the first one is not understanding your self-worth. Okay. So I just told you over the last, hour and 15 minutes, ways to make this happen for you in your business with direct tactics, okay? But oftentimes we need to fix your head first. Has nothing to do with what you're doing. It's just we need to fix your head. Is that you feel like you can't give anything away for free. So I do these all the time, these webinars. I'm not giving you fluff. I'm giving you valuable information because I know what I'm worth. I know that if you sit down and talk to me, that I'm worth the $1,500 people normally pay me. I know that. And when I offer it to you, like C or Cindy or the rest of y'all that are on the line, or Natalie, that you do get a one-on-one with me, it doesn't mean that I am less than because of it. You do free with a purpose. So I used to have this private client who's currently not a private client anymore, because she hated to give away something for free. And I said, well, so if you don't give it away for free, just for a little while, you'll never get to where you need to be. The funny story about that is that for years I dated a drug dealer, okay? The drug dealer sold drugs to his mama. I said, how do you sell drugs to your mother? That is the craziest thing I've ever seen. And what he said to me is, let me tell you something, Rochelle, you college folks think you're so smart. Here's the deal. People who already love you, I charge. People who don't know me, they don't know anything about me. So I have to give them a little taste first. Once they get it, they like it, and then they buy from me again and again and again. This is a valuable lesson from the drug dealer boyfriend, that one that you could take every day. Once they get a little piece, then they come back. Now, yes, I gave a discounted rate to hear me on the line, and look, every single one of you that are here, either you've been here because you've heard me before or you've purchased something from me before and I over-deliver. So don't let your self-worth stop you from what you need to do. It's okay that you give away a free class, a free training, a free book. That will get them to read it, to like you, and to come back. It's all right, but I watch people screw this up, going, oh no, I'm worth $297 for 15 minutes. If you get to talk to me, you need to know. Okay, that's good. You sit there broke on your $297 every 15 minutes. Because if they never get an opportunity to experience you, they will never buy from you. So that's one of the ones that I see just over and over and over and over again. You don't understand that you don't have another back end. You don't realize that you'll get way more money from them by giving first, by over delivering first. Has nothing to do with your self-worth. I know my self-worth. I know what I'm worth. I know that I've built $1 million businesses. I don't need you to confirm that by paying me $247. Really? Stop. All right. The second bonus mistakes is that I watch them afraid of risk. So they failed before. Some of you guys read the blog post that I had about survival counts. You failed before, and now you're like, oh, I want everything to be perfect. I'm not going to do it unless it's perfect. Well, perfect doesn't come just like ready. Ready and perfect never comes. You just have to start. You cannot be afraid of risk. If you are afraid of risk, then go get a job that pays you every single month and do it on the side. Do it on whatever. Now, will you be living your highest and best life? No. But you'll never have to worry about risking. Life is about risking. You have to know that it's all going to be all right, even if you risk. And so I risk every single day of my life. I risk coming on. I risk saying I'm going to do a training and hope people show up. I'm going to, all of those things you have to risk. If you do not risk, you're never going to do it. And then the third mistake I watch folks make, they don't want to do hard work. You know, they create this thing, go, oh, that's just labor intensive. I don't want to do all of that. Well, that's what it takes. It takes hard work. It takes all of that you don't want to do. That's why it's not happening. You see, because if you were doing all of that, then it would be happening. That hard work, that consistent implementation, that stuff that makes you exhausted, that stuff where you get 3 hours worth of sleep and you're still doing it, that leads to bigger and better opportunities so you don't have to work that hard. But it never starts out that way. Never starts out that way. It's not like you're just going to show up one time, you're going to send one ad out and get $1 million. Trust me, if you get that, it will never happen again and you will lose it faster than you got it. Because now that I've built $4 million businesses, I know. Okay, so I've created a lifestyle for me that works, that I was sharing with Cindy this morning about, you know, I only work 9 to 3 every day. That's it. Because I take and pick up my daughter, that's what I want. But now, you know, I truly don't generate $1 million in my coaching and consulting business. You know, I was at $500,000 a couple years ago taking private clients, but I don't do that anymore. I don't want to do the work for them. I just want to do for me. You'd be shocked at how much I actually do make based on what I do, but it is not at the $1 million level. I will tell you that. Okay, but it's because I only work 5 hours a day. Okay, so it's the hard work has to be done, and it has nothing to do with your tactics that you're doing. It has to do with the mistakes that you're making. You gotta make it happen. Make it happen. All right, so look, 85 ways to get a customer. Anybody want that? I know you do. You want my 85 ways, so I love this product. Normally it's $247. You're going to get my MDE Today magazine, and if you want, you can add the 3-question hangouts with me on Google, where we sit and you just pick my brain and I just tell you everything. It's normally a value of $22.91. But today, if you go to that private, see that little link right there? I made that just for you. For less than 50 cents per way. 50 cents a way is $42.50 today. You just have to go to mdenation.com/85ways/ and you can go grab the 85 ways. So let me tell you what's in the 85 ways, just so that you know, just in case you're like, what the heck is that? Is in 85 ways is, let me say, it has all of the slot machines that I have. The training is about creating your own slot machines, the ones that will generate consistent new clients, customers, or patients for your business. It starts with the explanation of my favorite 85 ways, and then it shows you examples of how I use them in my business and how you can use them in yours. It'll show you the top 7 ways to bring in any new business. My proven 10 ways that you're probably forgetting about exist inside your business right now. The easiest way to reuse content that you create to implement another 11 ways to bring in a new customer. The 3 awkward but efficient ways that will make your business life so much easier. How you're running your business in the ground, and I'll show you how to focus on getting the right type of customer in the 85 ways, and how even though the NAACP came and tried to shut me down for wanting one of my most profitable slot machines and ways, I still didn't stop it, and how you can track your marketing strategies and find the winners, find the ones that give you 2-to-1, 3-to-1. I show you everything that I do so that now you're properly tracking, so that you can lay it out and get all the 85s that you need to do. So I also threw in with this training, so that now that you're not just only getting the 85 ways, that's included in the $42.50, by the way, is 8 hours of me doing the ultimate marketing plan training. So I read this book 10 years ago called The Ultimate Marketing Plan by Dan Kennedy. He was my mentor for several years. I built my phone company around several of the strategies. And so I read the book with you, and it's like having Cliff Notes. And so I tell you, hey, don't forget page 30. This is where he shows you, this example. Let me tell you how I use what he put on page 45 in my business. So then you take exactly what's working and put it in your own business where we spin it. So just like I was talking to you about the mistakes, instead of just taking the basic information, I pull it out and give you step by step of what I did and how it will work in your business. So those 8 hours are included in that 4250. I know. I know. Ding, ding. I see you. You're welcome. I love you too. I love you back. I told you. You know, this is about my goal in life is to now see 1 million business owners generating $1 million a year. I want to stop those statistics of having the 3%, the 9%, the 1/10, the 1%. I don't care who you are. I want you to get to the $1 million level. And I know how to do it. I'm only showing you what I've done, not what I've read, not what other people tell you to do, but how I've taken proven principles and implemented them in my business with no money, by the way. I'm not telling you, oh, well, now you need to go and pay, you know, $3,000 and get Google AdWords. No, I've never used a Google AdWord to build my list. I've never used a Facebook ad to build my list. I've never paid for internet traffic ever. It is all through connections. You know, no, I don't have 200,000 Twitter followers, but trust and know that my Twitter followers buy my products. Okay, so I really focus on quality and not quantity. So before I jump off the line, I just want to remind you about, if you want one of the scholarships, I've got 15 of them. I don't do free scholarships, so just so you know, you will have to make some sort of investment. It just won't be the investment that's there, but just for showing up on the line today, if you want to come to the live event, accelerate the momentum, send me an email, let me know, and I'll send you the application so that you can apply for one of the scholarships so that you can come and learn from the best of the best. So the only people that are there are the people who don't stop learning, who are running flourishing, awesome businesses that are there. There's only about 35 coming, I think it is. So it's not like you're in a room with 2,000 people. There's 35 others. You will get one-on-one time with me. I'll help you draw out, map out all the things that you need to do. So if you're interested in that scholarship, go ahead and reply and let me know. If you want to be in our private Facebook group, you know, let me know that too. When you go to the MDE Nation 85 ways / if you invest in the 85 ways today, you'll also see that there's an option for you to join the Google Hangouts. And so if you'd like that upgraded option, I'd love to see you there too. All right. So, oh, I see you guys got questions. Sorry. I was just talking. Can I say my email address? Hey, so when you opted in, all you have to do is any one of the emails that you got from me you can do, but if you don't have my email address, go to Rochelle@themilliondollar-equation.com. It's themilliondollar-equation.com. That's the easiest way to reach me. If you can't, you can go to RochelleShaw.com and do a contact us. There's one there, and tell me, you know, if you'd like the scholarship offer, just let me know, and we'll make sure that we get that out for you. Hi, Chelly. I'm running an aerobics class. Oh, I love you more. I love you guys too. Awesome. Tara, love you. I'm running an aerobics class and eventually want to license my class as a fitness program and franchise the program out. Will this be relevant for my business? Yeah. Yeah, not only because, see, let me tell you what happens when you get ready to license it out. You're gonna, in order for people to buy the license, they're gonna have to know what the structure is. Most of the people who buy it don't know how to get a new customer. They don't know what they're supposed to do. So this is a way that we're going to give them what the template is, and we can help you develop what your program, the manuals are that you give to people, because it's not just about, you know, how to shake and how to lose weight in the fitness program. It's how do they get a customer, because that's what they're going to ask you more than anything. How do I get a customer? How do I get people to come in? Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you guys about the live event, Accelerate the Momentum. My producer over at Fox is coming. I forgot. She is doing a whole section on how to pitch the media, and so what she looks for, and how, you know, how she hired me to be the financial expert, what she's telling people, what she looks for. So she's going to come and do a whole session, and I'm going to do the session on how to get more media, how to get your name out there, how to get people understanding what you do and sets you apart as the expert. Oh my gosh, I forgot that part. How in the world did I ever forget that part? But I forgot that part. So we're doing that too on the October 17th, 18th, and 19th, which will be awesome. But yeah, Shelly, I would love to show you how to build this out for you, especially if you want to go the franchise route, because you're not going to be able to sell a franchise to folks. Here, let me tell you, people who buy franchises, just because one of my private clients, we just did this for them, okay? So people who buy franchises are people who are looking to replace their income. The income that they want is at least $100,000 a year. So you've got to give them a system so that they can buy from you. Why they're buying from you is that it's a proven system. So you have to provide for them a way that they can go out and make that same $100,000. Okay? So if you don't have it listed, then they're going to be confused and they're not going to know how to do it. Karen, did you have any other questions? Were you able to get that email address to work? I don't have anything up on my computer screen because if I do, I get distracted. I've got 71,000 emails in my email box right now, so I don't have it. So I don't see anything. If you have any other questions, you want to just put it there, and then you can know. Or here, you know what? I think I can type it right here for you. Michelle at themilliondollar.equation.com. Send to all right, so everybody should have got that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. You're welcome, Cindy. I love you right back for free. You know, I can't wait to see all of your stuff. Oh, you're welcome, ITL. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome for your time. I live for this. I literally live for this. This is what I do. You know, I didn't know it, and so a lot of y'all, if you don't know about me, how this kind of happened was I, for years, thought that I was just supposed to run telephone companies. And I always knew that I was a great teacher. I knew that I understood business, but what I was confused about was, you know, how I was supposed to teach other people. Was I supposed to be a professor? What was I supposed to do? And I tell everybody that, you know, God doesn't do things to you, but he does things for you. And when I sold my business the last time, after two really horrible tragedies, I had two sister-in-laws who died within 9 days of each other. And I just had a new baby. And I said, I want to be home with my baby. I don't want to be out with them. I don't want to do this. But God knew that I would never, ever, 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 ever stop the telephone company. He knew it. So even after I sold it, he knew that I wouldn't start teaching until I was forced to. So he took everything away. So the guy I sold the company to made one payment and never made another payment. And I had to figure out how to rebuild. So, you know, the first time I lost everything, I rebuilt it back, but I didn't have a baby. I had retired my mother this time. You know, really, what was I supposed to do? It was so overwhelming that I had to figure it out. And now that I've figured it out, and now that I have a following, and now that you say those wonderful things to me, you know, Cindy and ITL, I just can't even describe what that feeling is. It's like I know that I'm in the right place. Oh, Walter's here. Thank you so much, Walter. Nice that you can make it. I just know that I'm in the right place. I know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and it feels good. You know, I get to take my kid every morning and pick her up from school and love on her and sit and do her homework with her and read about the bunny the peekaboo bunny that was the story we read last night for her test today, and she had an English test today, and we were going through, you know, what how do you make things plural, and, you know, from foot to feet and from men to man to men, and watching her learn that and being so impressed by the fact that I already know it, and it's just, I am living my dream every day, and I am so grateful and thankful to God for all of his blessings and how he blessed me, and I know that this part of the business is also, you know, my ministry of me helping people that need help, that say, you know what, I just don't get it. This is my gift. Now, I don't cook. I burn hot dogs. If I had to sew something, you know, we would all be naked. You know, I don't have other, I'm not creative, I'm not crafty, I'm not, this right here is just what I'm good at. And so I just appreciate doing it. Okay, my eyeballs are moist, big color purple hugs. Got you. Got you. I love you for free. That's what I'm saying. You know, this is why I do it. Not because, you know, what everybody else, oh, this is a way to make money. Yeah, it makes me money and it pays for my family. You know, I retired my mother. My mother lives at home. She lives with me. She's upstairs right now. You know, she's, you know, do good. I love you. You know, have a great time online. You know, this is why I do it. Because I just want to make sure that everybody has the same opportunity that I had to learn. Oh, Babs, I don't know you. Okay. Hi, Babs. We appreciate you. Don't you cry. You know I'm going to cry. You know I'm going to cry, Katrina and Marion. I'm a crier, so I just tell you I'm a crier. I'm a cusser too, but that's okay, right? I'm awesome. Yay, Babs. I'm excited too. I can't wait to help you, to meet you, to hug you in person. I guess, Katrina, we got to show the pictures of me and you hugging and crying and everybody. You know, Katrina was my coaching client for 5 years before we ever met in person, before we ever met. So, you know, when we did, you can't imagine how we cried and everybody kind of laughed at us. But also, you know, this year, I know I'm crying too. We had a trying year. You know, both of us lost very important people in our lives. But the best thing about it was we had each other. And I love you for free, Katrina. Thank you so much for being in my life. And I want to have that type of relationship with the rest of you guys. So if you don't have any other questions, I gotta be at a meeting tonight, and I got like 3 eyelashes left from the crying. So I gotta fix my eyelashes, and that's my cousin, and you are both making me cry. Okay, I get it. Love you. Awesome. Crying and laughing. It is a great day. It is a great day. Hallelujah. Now, if there is anything I can do to help you in your business here in Las Vegas, please, please ask. Oh, thank you, Natalie. I appreciate that. You know, when in October, you know, I'll give you some stuff to do. Trust me. So at the live event. So thank you, thank you. I appreciate, you know, everybody and everything, and I am, like I said, so blessed. I'm just, you know, having the time of my life, getting to just sit and shoot the shit with you, and it turns out that I actually make sense and people make money from the stuff that I tell them to do. So that's always fun. All right. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks for staying. Oh my goodness. Okay. We've got a long one. Simone. Okay. I'm still working Mary Kay because I meet so many women. All right. Awesome. Who don't wear makeup. Because they don't know. Yep, you're right. Pricey clothes and do wonderful from the neck up, still washing their face with soap and water. I said that's your ministry, to change the lives in a simple way. You know, that is so true, Simone, and I watch them do that too. You know, I mean, I have a great friend who doesn't wear any, and I go, but you know, now that we're the age that we are, I've got freckles, I've got moles, I've got spots that I go, what color is that? You know, I still love to lay out in the sun. You know, we live in Vegas. So it's like if I don't wear makeup, you know, I try not to come out the house. You know, but my mother also wore makeup every day. So it just was a part of one of the things that I do. So I love the fact that that's your ministry, and awesome. Keep at it, because it will definitely change lives. All right. So I'm going to go get ready to go pick up my munchkin and pick her up. Those of you that invested today, you should get an automatic email that have you register. If you've already registered, I'll go in and add the 85 Ways product to your existing offerings to make sure that you get everything that you need. If you need anything else from me, just send me an email. It may take me a few minutes to kind of get it together, but I promise you I will take care of it all. So once again, thank you so much. Yep, there'll be a replay. Okay, I said, oh my gosh, did I record it? I did actually record it. So that should probably be ready in the next couple of days. that you can go back and re-listen to. The challenge is I only want to make sure that those that showed up get the 4250. So I'm going to have to cut the end of it off, or change the page or take down the page. So those of you who are going to make the investment, you need to make the investment right now, before I put the replay up, because those who don't show up, I don't think should get the blessing, you know, of getting it for 50 cents for each way. I mean, that's ridiculous. Plus, there's over 8 hours of training in this for $40. You know, you shouldn't get it. So, I'm not sure, Cindy. We'll figure something out though. Okay. All right. So thank you, everybody. Send me an email if you need anything. Have a great evening, and I will talk to you soon. Uh-oh. Okay. Awesome, Deanna. You know what you can also do is you can always use PayPal. So if you've got PayPal, and that'll work with any address, just so you know. So if you've got a PayPal account, you can go grab it through PayPal and just pick it up so that you have it. Awesome. So that'll work so that you won't have to worry about it. Okay. So I will talk to you guys soon, and have a great night. Bye-bye.